How do your friends look at you and what do they see? Are you a person that keeps your word? Is your yes, yes, and your no, no? Well, years ago, when my son turned 16, I got him a car with 3 rules, 3 conditions, all had to do with getting traffic tickets. If he got a ticket, his first ticket, he had to pick up the insurance payment on it for the whole year, every year from that moment forward. If he gets a second ticket, he had to pick up car payments, begin to pay them, or pay me back on the car with car payments from that moment on. If he got a third ticket, he would lose the car. End of story. It was done. It was over. And in his excitement, he agreed. We had an agreement that that's how it would happen. He was pumped. He got his new car, and we had an agreement. Well, it wasn't long. Short time later, that he had been saving money for his skis, ski boots, bindings, and wanting to get up there and buy those full season tickets to all those ski resorts up in the mountains, and he'd been faithful, saving every dime. That he came home and had his first ticket, and we sat across the dining room table, and I remember he had that envelope in hand and he was counting out all those dimes, or all those 5s, 10s, 20s, and he was laying them out on the table till he got to about $900 and paid the insurance for the whole year. It wasn't shortly long after that that he came home with his second ticket. The second ticket then was to begin making payments from that day forward also. So he began to make his car payment. And I thought by the second one that, hope it doesn't happen the third time. And I remember it was near midnight. I was already in bed, and he came knocking on the door and opened the door and sat on the edge of the bed. And he didn't do that very often, and I felt something really serious must have happened, and I was concerned for everybody's health and well-being and asked him what was wrong. At that, he handed me immediately the car keys and said, I got a third ticket for speeding, and I know that I lose the car. I remember pushing that car around to the side of the house, and I had the keys I threw into a drawer, and it sat. In his junior year all the way through his senior year, it just sat, rotten. I remember being approached by somebody here in the church that had known my son and said, man, that's a harsh thing. You know, he's a good guy. He's been doing it right. He's got it all going on. And what would it hurt for you to give him back the car? And the only thing I could come back with was, man, I want to give him the car. I know he's a great guy, but is my word for real? When I give my word, do I keep my word? Whether it's in good or bad, is my yes, yes, and my no, no. Man, that's a powerful thing, people. When you're going through life, I can tell you, I had regrets when I had done that. He was a good guy, and I know he was faithful and responsible, and I can tell you, if I had to go back and make those rules and regulations, I might not have made them so stiff. I might not have made them so tough, but I did. So it was important that I maintain and keep my word. When you go through your day, and you're making promises and commitments, and you're giving word on things, your word on things, it's imperative, it's important that you live up to it. You learn your lessons, and you adjust accordingly in your future, but it doesn't change the word that you've given. You got to keep it. You got to maintain it. And I believe that's rich, and it'll take you through life with great principle, take you through the years to come. Hope you have a great day, and I hope when you give your word, you keep up with it.